Bonjour tout le monde and welcome to Tuesday. Now let's have a look and see what we are doing today before my head appears from behind me. Okay, so we've got morning fluency, then SPAG, English, maths, read theory, science, and RE today. RE is science is a continuation of what you were doing yesterday, and RE is also a bit of an assessment of what you guys have learned from this topic. So here are your questions for today. Have a little go at them on the quiz, and then when you're ready, come back and have a look at me just showing you how you can solve some of them as well. Okay, so let's have a look and see. Now, yesterday we also looked at a decimal question. We know that when we're adding decimals, we can just use the column method. We just need to be really careful with how we line up our digits. So for 3, let's put a pen first, shall we? 3.5 plus, now the decimal point needs to be in exactly the same place all the way through that sum. So I end up with 4.12. Now it looks quite strange, but it's just the equivalent of having a placeholder in here. So our 3.5 just has 0 hundredths. So if I put my equals in, 0 add 2 is 2, 5 add 1 is 6. I bring the decimal point down in the same place, 3 add 4 is 7. So my answer is 7.62. Now, if I look at 9/10 taken by 3/10, we know that when we're adding and subtracting fractions, if the denominator is the same, which we can see it is, then we just treat it as if it's like slices of pizza. So it stays the same. 9 taken by 3 is 6, which means that 9/10 taken by 3/10 is 6/10. Now, both of those numbers are divisible by 2, so that is also equivalent to 3/5 if you want to start to simplify those fractions. 209 times 34. Let's see if I've left myself enough room. 9 times 4 is 36. 0 times 4 is 0. Add the 3 is 3. 2 times 4 is 8. I'm going to put a 0 in because I'm multiplying by 30 now, which means it's a multiple of 10, so it's going to have a 0 in the ones column. 9 times 3 is 27. 0 times 3 is 0. Add the 2 is 2. 2 times 3 is 6. Now I need to add those together. I will do that over here. 6 add 0 is 6. 3 add 7 is 10. 8 add 2 is 10. Add the 1 is 11. 6 add 1 is 7. So my answer is 7,106. And finally, let's look at our division question. 7,345 divided by 5. Let me just move. Oh, not what I wanted to do. Let me move the question out of the way a bit. So 5 goes into 7 once with 2 left over. 5 goes into 23 4 times with 3 left over. 5 goes into 34 6 times with 4 left over. And 5 goes into 45 9 times, which means that my answer is 1,469. Finally, oh, it's not going to do it for me. Let's have a look at our last challenge. So we're looking at halves and quarters of amounts this time. Half of 54 means that we need to split 54 into 2 equal groups, which means that we need to divide it by 2. So that gives us 27. 3/4 of 40 means that we need to split it into 4 equal groups and then count 3 of them. So 40 divided by 4 is 10, and then 3 lots of 10 is 30. 42, 2/3 of 42, we need to split 42 into 3 equal groups and then count 2 of them. 42 divided by 3 is 14. 14 times 2 is 28, which means that we should have, from smallest to largest, we've got 1/2 of 54, then 2/3 of 42, and then 3/4 of 40. Hopefully that has woken your brains up with the questions that you've managed to do there, and got you ready for another day of learning. Have a lovely day, guys, and I look forward to seeing the work that you produce today.